fuck out of bed, bitch. Go. Get up and get the guy go. Time to wake up, bitch. Get up.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome to the Morning Spread right here on the Betting News Network. We are live on this hump day, and we've already got World Cup action going off right now as England and Congo just kicked off. And ladies and gentlemen, we are rooting for Congo. We are anti-English today. The Brits, hopefully they go home. Maybe not, but Congo to cover this spread at plus 1.5 at -117 was my favorite bet in this match. Just have not been impressed with this English offense so far this tournament. So I like Congo to keep this one at least close. We're probably going to see an English victory, to be honest with you, but 1-0 would be ideal. Congo still covering the spread there. And again, this is just a 90-minute wager, so 0-0. Works for us. We will cash. That is going off right now, folks, but we got a lot more to talk to you about today right here on the Morning Spread live on the Betting News Network. I'm your host, Nate Hornung, better known as Shaggy Bets. I got producer Alex helping me out in the shadows, and we've also got a very special guest, Mr. Justin Carlucci, going to be joining me here shortly. This is all brought to you by our lovely sponsors at onlinecasinogames.com. Use promo code BNX20 to get $20 in free chips immediately at onlinecasinogames.com. Episode, let's see if I can count, 85, episode 85 of the Morning Spread right here on the Betting News Network. We're going to get into some World Cup action. We're going to get into some baseball. We're going to get into some golf. And as always, we're going to play some GeoSports. Appreciate y'all being here this morning, starting it off right here on the Betting News Network. All right, folks, that is about all I got housekeeping-wise. We're going to be sweating out this first half of this England-Congo match right now, but I got a special guest with me, so let's bring him on up. Mr. Justin Carlucci, welcome to the show. How you doing, man? Happy Wednesday.
What's up? Happy Wednesday. Great to be here. You know, this is usually kind of like where we'd be 2/3 through the sports lull of the summer, but I love that the World Cup has just injected life into everyone everywhere, and you have all the NBA drama with free agency, and baseball is literally heating up. Like, it's a great time to look at home runs with how hot it is across the damn country. Golf is sandwiched between two majors, and that's going to be fun as well. So just a pretty good summer so far. It's definitely not been, you know, as boring as some of the old stereotypical, well, it's just baseball and we're dragging. We have a lot to talk about pretty much every day.
Yeah, absolutely. Plenty to talk about. And I mean, it's crazy that it already is July 1st, actually. 2026, halfway over already. Happy Bobby Bonilla Day to all those who celebrate. That man getting a nice check written to him on July 1st every single year. But Justin, we're going to get into some baseball. We're going to get into some golf, play a little GeoSports as well. But first, I wanted to ask you about Jordan Spieth's comments. I'm sure you've heard or seen this clip going around about Spieth kind of shooting down sports betting and specifically golf betting in regards to what happened, you know, this past weekend. And I don't know. It seems like he was just kind of saying stuff for the media, because it's ironic if you look at Jordan Spieth's Twitter. You know, this rant was very anti-betting, anti-golf betting, and you look at his Twitter, and his last 5 or 6 posts are all tagged with his partner, FanDuel Sportsbooks. So a little irony there. But as a golf bettor yourself, what do you think of those comments from Spieth?
I think it's a PR nightmare for his team. Maybe we're going to be waiting for the back pedal of the century, perhaps. And that really sucked, because that's soft. I mean, like, he's been generally more off the radar, and he's more of a fan favorite pretty much everywhere he goes. And no matter who you are and what sport you're in, and you know, people are even betting on you, like, you're going to take crap from the fans and stuff. And I know that is definitely, probably by an exponential degree, elevated since sports betting has been legalized. And just with how accessible information is, and watching players and watching games is in 2026, everything gets put, you know, completely under the magnifying glass. So I get it, but I didn't think it would really affect someone with his demeanor. I mean, this guy has had a wild career trajectory, and generally people really like him and root for him. And even when you bet on him, I feel like people are like, it's like a lot of betting with your heart, right? He just hasn't had that dominant stretch in like 10 years. So I was very disappointed because that came across as soft as hell. and I didn't think that was him. And I, the devil's advocate is, put yourself in his shoes. You don't deal with that pressure. You don't deal with, I'm just an average guy. I don't have death threats in my DMs and people giving me shit. And I'm very grateful for that. And I probably would crumble under the limelight. I don't know if I was in a situation. But that being said, like, you have this platform, and just how hypocritical it really is, like you said, having FanDuel plastered all over his platform. So maybe win a golf tournament again there, Jordan. He's one I typically root for too. I really do. And we have some celebrating here in the chat. What's going on, Nate?
Congo on the board, 7 minutes into the match. Woo. Let's go, man. Absolutely love it from this Congo side. Look, I didn't like England, man. I didn't like England. I didn't necessarily think Congo was going to contribute. I thought we'd be okay with this plus 1.5 without them scoring. Boom, they're on the board. We are sitting pretty right now. Congo up 1-0 just 7 minutes into this match against big, bad England. Wowzer. What a start. What a start, folks. No, Justin, I get it. And it is a slippery slope because that is part of the job of, a professional golfer or professional athlete. You're going to get heckled, right? That is just part of that job. And so it is what it is. However, there are folks that do take it too far. And we can, we've seen that firsthand, unfortunately. And it sucks that sports betting in general just has such a negative connotation just because there are a few losers like that who can't handle losing a bet. You know what I mean? And so obviously, heckling professional athletes, it's been around forever, even prior to legalized sports betting. But some people do take a little too far. Can't pass up the irony, though, of Jordan Spieth shooting down golf betting and then promoting FanDuel on the backside. So you said it.
He would be taking so much more flack. Imagine if like Wyndham Clark said that and he was partnered with like a sports book. Like if someone that the public already didn't like said that, he'd be taking so much more shit from everybody. So I'm still a Jordan Spieth fan. I root for him, but that kind of like dropped him a few pegs in my rankings, I guess, if you want to say that.
Well, exactly. He's a very likable guy. Unlike Wyndham Clark, who kind of isn't too friendly with the fans. But yeah, I mean, Spieth's a likable guy, very out of character, I would say, for him to say all this. But I don't know. Maybe there's
something triggered that. Like maybe there was an event that we're not privy to that actually, that triggered.
That is exactly what I was going to bring up, is maybe something happened that we're all not aware of that brought up him feeling like he needed to say this to the media, and that could be the truth. So
and what if that event was extreme, or it was like serious verbal abuse or something? Like, would that change your stance on it? I don't think it would change mine, because I mean, I'm not him, and I'm not dealing with the circumstances, but you said it, like they live abnormal lives. They know what they're signing up for when they become a professional athlete. And I mean, I guess I'd feel for the guy a little bit, but generally it wouldn't change my view where roll with the punches, man. This is
right. Yeah, exactly. Kind of what you signed up for to an extent, but of course, a few bad apples just ruin it for everybody. So it is what it is. But Jordan Spieth making those comments. All right, we're going to get into some MLB. We're going to get into some golf. We are still sweating out Congo, but we are sitting pretty right now. But first and foremost, Alex, get up here. Let's play some geography, see how we can do. Because, Alex, we have not gotten a perfect score yet this week, all right? And we want to, right? This is something we strive for every single day. So let's make it happen. See if we can at least get an A.
We can get an A.
We can get an A.
Not guaranteed
900.
But
900 is what we're shooting for every single time. Let's see what we can do. Reggie Miller scored 8 points in 9 seconds to stun the Knicks and silence Spike Lee in 1995 in this city.
That was in New York, no?
I think, it had to be.
Yeah.
Spike Lee's not going to a game in Indianapolis.
Absolutely not.
I mean, he probably does, but yeah, I'm pretty sure that was at the Garden.
All right, we'll take it. Garden down here in Manhattan. Boom. We're on the board. Good to go. 2 miles off. May 7th, 95. Miller scored 8 points in 9 seconds at New York's Madison Square Garden, wiping out a 6-point deficit to beat the Knicks than taunted courtside fan Spike Lee. Got a great meme out of that performance as well. Can't do it, New York. Can't do it. But New York with the last laugh, winning the NBA Finals this season. Congrats to the Knicks. Bobby Orr scored an OT and flew through the air in 1970, clinching the Stanley Cup for this city. I really
Boston. Yeah. Okay. We have
Boston.
Some reinforcement.
Boston Bruins. Yeah.
Holy
right.
smokes, boy.
Chat got that one for us. We'll take it.
Golly.
They're quick with it too. They're quick with it.
Glad they had our back. I was only like 60% confident with that answer. So.
Yeah, I was not going to be able to come up with anything for that one. So appreciate you, chat.
We get it. It's Boston.
Why aren't you guys that quick with other questions? All right. A couple of times yesterday, you were helpful after I had already locked it in. We appreciate you being here, chat, but let's be quick with it every time. All right. May 10th, 1970, Orr scored 40 seconds into overtime to win the cup, then was tripped and sent flying. The moment Ray Lucier caught in hockey's most famous photo, Boston's first cup in 29 years.
Wow. I love the breaking news that we have here. And our breaking news banner is telling me that Quentin Grimes got $60 million.
Yeah.
Oh, as miserable as the 76ers offseason is, that is $60 million too much for Quentin Grimes. He is a tough watch.
Who else went to the Lakers? Walker Kessler.
Yeah, Walker Kessler and Quentin Grimes, both to the Lakers for nearly $200 million between the two of them.
Man,
what are the Lakers cooking up in there?
Yeah, aren't they still paying off that Timothy Moskov contract from like 15 years ago? That was the worst contract of all time. Timothy Moskov got $64 million about 10 years ago, which is insane. But yeah, the Lakers are. What an ordeal with Bronny getting the guaranteed money and Dad saying, "I'm out, have fun," and we'll see. So anyway, not to totally derail us, but I love the breaking news we have here. Good stuff.
Please derail us anytime, because Drip has already figured out this next question that I haven't even asked. Disco Demolition Night in 1979 ended in an exploding crate of records and a forfeit for the MLB club who plays here. Drip saying Chicago, Illinois. Any qualms?
Cool.
Yeah, I'm rolling with him. I don't know that.
Now, Drip,
we said yesterday we trust Drip with our lives.
Oh, absolutely. Drip knows geography. That's what I was going to ask, Jeff. Was this Wrigleyville or is this down south for the White Sox? Because little different there, but south side. I think that's south enough, right? We need to go further south.
Just to be safe, we don't want another Miami incident.
Yeah, that's fair. All right, a little bit further south, because I think this is that. This looks. I mean, that's the river. No, we were right there. Hopefully, I'm not further south. Nailed it. I don't know if anyone's keeping track at home, but that has now been 2 questions that is 0 miles off. 0 miles, folks. Take it to
humble
the
brag.
July 12th. Yeah, very humble here. On July 12th, 1979, radio stunt blew up disco records between games at Chicago's Comiskey Park. Thousands stormed the field, forcing a White Sox forfeit to Detroit. Some call it the day disco died. There you have it. All right, folks. 2 more questions. We're perfect so far. See if we can keep it going. Kristaps Porzingis, the 7'3" unicorn, was born in this Baltic port city.
Tingish is from Latvia.
Yes.
Okay. Latvia.
So we're on the coast of that because it's a port city. Do you know where Latvia is?
I can't say that I do. I know this guy's Croatia.
Wrong side of Europe, man.
Am I on the wrong side of Europe?
Yeah. Go northern.
Oh, it is one of these guys. There you go. You're right. All right. Well, Port City.
Port City.
I mean, that is pretty big.
You're setting yourself up with a high bar with the 0 miles off from the previous response. Now we are throwing a dart. If you hit 0 miles off of this one, you got to go buy a lottery ticket, man.
That's almost money, Drip says.
Almost money. Jeff says further east. I mean, it's
Jeff
a port
said
city,
further
though.
east about 30 seconds ago when you were still looking at Bosnia.
Ah, okay, fair. All right, well, we're going to leave it right where it's at then. I was in the wrong country. That's Lithuania. That was definitely indeed Lithuania, for sure.
I like how none of us caught that.
I mean, LT, like that could be Latvia, but thinking about Latvia versus Lithuania, yeah, the LV, that's probably Latvia. Not even going to try and pronounce this city where Porzingis was born in 1995, highest drafted Latvian ever. And with the 2024 Celtics, became the first Latvian-born NBA champion. Called the big man the Unicorn. Would it have been that easy to find that? Yeah, probably. That just looks like a port city.
Where will he be? Where will LeBron James be playing with him in Golden State? Is what I meant to say before I stroked out for a second. That's my prediction. I mean, I know that
what it seems like.
Yeah, I mean, come on, what are we doing here?
SBJ, just a little slow with it, brother. A little slow with it. I didn't see the comment in time, man.
A little quicker.
Appreciate you trying to help us, though.
Maybe hop on
still,
Twitch.
56 miles off. We
rock always bring in the phone a friend element to this. If SPJ was hosting, he could have called his wife for some exact coordinates on where the city was.
Exact coordinates, exactly. All right. Fans rioted in 1955 after the NHL suspended Canadian star Maurice Rocket Richard in this city. I mean, is this not Montreal?
It's got to be.
That's where I would guess as well. I don't know where else there would be rioting for a suspended Canadians player.
Canadians rioting. What's new?
They did so in Vancouver as well back in was like 2011, I think. There's a big riot after the Canucks, I believe, got knocked out of the playoffs. But it turned into this whole social media craze because people were like taking photos of themselves, in the riots, posting them on Facebook and whatnot, and posting themselves committing crimes.
That's awesome.
Yeah, Jeff, fans riot. There's a great, probably a 30 for 30 on it. That's very interesting. Lakers going crazy from Tim. Jeff, we're looking for where NHL fans rioted after Maurice Rocket Richard was suspended in 1955. He was a Canadian star, so we're going with Montreal. Drip says we're correct. We're going to lock it in.
3 miles.
3 miles. And look, SPJ, if you chimed in half a second earlier, man, this might be 1,000 out of 1,000. I don't want to blame you, SPJ. I would never do that. That's the only question.
No, let's not do that, okay? Because we were all looking at the map. We all saw the LV.
Yeah, I know. That was all of us. That was all of us for sure.
That was a group effort failure. All right, SPJ can get 2% of the blame, but 95% of that was on us. Sook could never get a 991 grip.
But a 99, that gets the job done. 99 gets the job done. All right, hold on. One of you fill time for a sec.
Yes, YouTube comments are slow. What? I mean, we can, Luch, what do you want to talk about?
Sorry, I had to let out a violent sneeze there for a second. We're good to go.
Yeah. I mean, we could roll into baseball or golf, whatever.
Let's do it. Let's get into some baseball because there are some plays on the diamond. We got day baseball today, right? Wednesday, day baseball. Something going off here shortly. Sweet. Yeah. All right. Well, Justin, let us know. What are you seeing on the diamond today? I know you already got an article out at bettingnews.com. People can go peep those scribbles, but he'll give you the picks right here, right now. What are we looking at in the MLB today?
First of all, it's hot. It's hot. We're looking at mid 90s in Baltimore, in Cleveland, at Yankee Stadium, at Fenway Park, low 90s at Wrigley, with winds blowing straight out to center field at both Fenway and Wrigley. So, serious boost there to bats if you're home run hunting for sure. 93 degrees at Citizens Bank Park, another great park for scoring and home runs, as Paul Skeens and Zach Wheeler going head to head in the heat. So great pitching matchup there, despite the heat. And then pretty much everywhere else, it's at least very warm. It's just unbelievable hitting weather, regardless of what is up with the baseballs, whether they're juiced again or not. I'm not sure it matters with the conditions we have here today. So I have a feeling Jeff will give me some crap for this. I am a Yankees fan, disclaimer, and I am betting first 5 Tigers today against the Yankees in the Bronx. Yankees have been absolutely a fucking atrocious and like the hardest watch. And they usually go through this lull in June. Well, they couldn't get out of freaking June without hitting the wall at the end of the month. And the last 2 weeks, they're striking out at the second highest clip in baseball against right-handed pitchers. Troy Melton is on the mound for Detroit, and he doesn't K a lot of hitters, which I usually don't like, but everything else under the hood, all of his advanced stuff is awesome. Expected ERA allowed, expected batting average allowed, doesn't really allow hard contact or barrels, doesn't issue walks either. So the Yankees have been a mess, striking out a ton. Their weighted runs created plus against right-handed pitching in the last 2 weeks is the second worst mark in baseball as well. Will Warren is on the mound for the Yankees, and he's just kind of profiling as a league average or slightly below average pitcher this year. So, Detroit hung a nice number on the Yankees yesterday as well. So whatever you want to call it, a slight emotional hedge, I don't know, but it kind of makes sense. I'm backing the team with the better pitcher on the mound, at least so far this year, and the team who is not just sleeping. And if I have to hear one more generic Aaron Boone bullshit quote about, oh, it's right in front of us, or, God, I just want to send this guy to the moon. It's just long overdue. But again, when your team consistently wins 90 games, it's tough to say the grass is always greener. It's not always the case, but anyway, tough sledding for the Yankees lately and a brutal watch. So I'm taking Detroit, and they're plus money on the first 5. So hot day in the Bronx. Understand. We get it. It's the Bronx Bombers. Long season sample size. They can explode at any moment, but I don't see it happening. So they're my first pick. The next pick,
I love it. Fit in your own team, man. You got to love it. Even money as well, like you said. Plus sign next to the Tigers on that first 5 money line. Push potential as well if they are tied up after 5 innings. So love that, man. Fading the Yankees. What else you got for us today?
I like Atlanta at home. Ronaldo Lopez at home. Michael McGreevy and the Cardinals are in town. And listen, Lopez is probably due for some regression himself. He hasn't been fantastic, but I like that they're at home. McGreevy has been one of the luckiest pitchers in baseball. I mean, his expected ERA is almost 5.6. So there's like almost a 2-run differential between his actual ERA. He does keep the ball on the ground. That's the one thing he does really well, but it's so hot. That batted ball luck, I think, is going to run out eventually. So I do like the Braves at home against McGreevy. But yeah, I mean, those are 2 of the side picks I like. I also like Zach Wheeler for strikeouts. Pittsburgh striking out a lot against right-handed pitching in the month of June. And I think Zach Wheeler deserves some more flowers. There was a ton of speculation, and rightfully so. A lot of question marks after his rib removal and all this crazy rehabbing he's had and whatnot. And just a sparkling ERA just north of 2. He's 8-1 on the year. His chase rate is in like the 90th percentile. So I think that strikeout rate even has some room to grow a little bit here. Again, it's hot, really, really hot. The bank is a great place for hitting. 2 premier pitchers. So I'm looking at the player prop angle there where I don't have to worry about the side, and I'll go with Zach Wheeler strikeouts today too.
I love that, man. Wheeler has been a flamethrower, right? Like you said, an ERA just above 2 during the month of June, actually down to 1.71 through 5 starts. So that guy just absolute stud on the mound. And he's actually going up against Paul Skeens, so we might see plenty of strikeouts in that matchup. Could be a good old-fashioned pitcher's duel out there in Philadelphia tonight. So I love it, man. All right, so we got the Tigers on the first 5 money line. Atlanta at home against St. Louis. Never a bad idea to take the Braves and fade the Cardinals. And then Mr. Zach Wheeler for his strikeouts today against the Pittsburgh Pirates. Little Pennsylvania on Pennsylvania action there today at the bank. Anything else on the diamond that you're targeting today?
Not yet. Spent a lot of time looking up some golf, but with how hot it is, I'm going to get the itch to put some more home run bets in later, I'm sure. The Wrigley game after getting confirmation the wind's blowing straight out. Walker Buehler isn't a good pitcher anymore, but he doesn't give up a lot of barrels, so it's kind of tough looking for Cubs homers. On the other side, Colin Rea is a pitcher. I think he just straight up sucks. He's terrible. Another guy where his advanced stuff is always a lot worse than the frontward facing statistics. That being said, the Padres have been pretty miserable this year too. And, not a lot of guys you feel great about picking to hit a home run other than Mr. Analytics Manny Machado once in a while. So keeping the card for MLB pretty small, probably add some home runs later. Just generally speaking, is there anything that sticks out on your end of things?
To be honest, there's really not. I have been having trouble, like Sook, actually, I've been having trouble finding the MLB tab on my sports book. It's just been all World Cup stuff for myself. I will say, though, my guy Seth Lugo's on the bump for the Royals today at home. I mean, I want to back him in some way, shape, or form, but Kansas City's just been abysmal. So probably not the best financial decision on my part. So no, I'll be holding off of the MLB today. Maybe hopefully getting back into that once all this soccer wraps up. But yeah, nothing for me. I'm leaving it to you, leaving it to the experts, the guys that are tapped in every single day. But I'm going to get involved in that Detroit first 5 money line because I mean, if someone's fading their own team, they got some conviction in that play. So I will be tapping into that and tailing you there. So love it, man. Let's switch gears a little bit. Let's talk some golf because we've got the John Deere Classic this weekend. And I know you've got a new kid on the block that you want to talk to us about. So what's going down on the links this weekend?
Yeah. So Jackson Koiven is a name to watch out for. And if you follow golf closely, I'm sure you've been hearing the masses talk about him this week. Alex, do I have the green light? Can I add this screenshot? There we go. There's old Data Golf. Data Golf is awesome.
This is right up my alley.
Yeah.
So aesthetically pleasing just looking at it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. The widgets and the graphs and the info. So they paywall a lot of really good stuff. They also have a lot of really good stuff that's available. And this is Jackson Koiven making his quote unquote pro debut with the John Deere this week. And he's played as an amateur pretty frequently. Played at the U.S. Open. Brutal course, brutal conditions, gained strokes in every facet there, which is impressive for a kid. And you can see some of these events. Well, most of them here are collegiate NCAA events. We get it, but just look at the winning he's done. I mean, this kid's been an absolute monster. He also played at the John Deere last year. It's not a signature event. And if you scroll down, you can see he finished 11th. He was unreal on the greens, which is typically something I don't like to take a ton of stock into with a lot of golfers because there's a lot of volatility in putting. But he is a really good putter. Still gaining, 2.4 strokes is a lot. But he was T11 while losing over a stroke on approach compared to the field. And that really stuck with me here. So, if he just plays his game, and we're expecting winning scores to be around -20 or more. Like if you like scoring and you like birdies, it's going to be a sequel of last week. It's going to be a lot of jumbled scoring at the top of this thing. It's going to make for an exciting finish. So just to put this into more context here, Koiven was priced at around 20 to 22 to 1 on most books, making his first pro, debut as a pro, which is crazy. And just some other tidbits from around the industry. Ludwig Oberg, when he made his pro debut a couple of years ago, he was 55 to 1. So just put that into perspective. And Oberg is one of the game's best. Obviously, this is a much weaker field. And while it's not as top heavy and there's no Rorys and no Scotties of the world, there's still some decent names that are playing. And Anyway, Koiven is just a polarizing golfer this week, and in general, he's regarded as one of the top collegiate golfers ever. Data Golf, I don't know where the exact page is, keeps tracks of like strokes gained before an amateur goes pro, and he is toward the top of the list historically, above John Rahm and a bunch of other names that are widely known. So I think the biggest thing here is, although it's his pro debut, he's already played in some big tournaments on tour. He played well in the U.S. Open last week. So I don't think this is a case where you're really worried about the jitters if we get into Sunday. With all the collegiate winning he's done, and he played really well in a major recently and has a couple of other tour starts under his belt, I think he's really interesting. A part of me, part of my brain is like, wow, this is a fish pick. He's really trending. Everyone loves him. Everyone's kind of rooting for him. But I want a piece of that pie. So I think he's a really interesting name to look. At the top of the board, I also like Ben Griffin. He graded out first in my model this week. He is one of the co-favorites, depending on where you're looking. I don't love having two guys on my card in golf that are like 20-1 or better. But again, I needed a piece of the Koiven action. So I like Griffin a lot as well, too. He had a pretty brutal start to the year, but his iron play is really picking up. He's typically a really good putter. He got married months ago, and, the narrative was, well, you know what happens when you get married. He started playing like shit. Whether or not that was true is, yet, we will never know. But we can just go with it. Anyway, he's been great lately. Let's see. So those are the two picks top of the card. Tom Kim, I got him 45-1, 3 places. He's been hot. If the putter's there, I think he has a really nice shot to have a high finish and maybe take this thing down. His iron game has been awesome. He's gained strokes on the field in 6 straight starts. So Tom Kim, I'm looking at him too. Michael Thorbjornsen is another kid, 30-1. Typically, people look at Thorbjornsen and think he's just long off the tee. That's not the case. I'll bring up his data golf here as well. He's playing like a much more rounded golfer than the public perceives him. Yes, a lot of inconsistencies for sure, but you can see there are plenty of tournaments where he's picked up strokes on the field on his approach game, which is really good to see. We want the putter to be there. Hopefully it's on the right side of neutral. And you can see his really strong course history here with the John Deere the last couple of years, especially this T2 right here.
Yeah.
Love this. He's gained strokes on approach in all 3 of the tournaments. He's teed it up here at the John Deere. So his irons have seemed to click here when he's teed it up, which is really big as well. Couple other plays. I like Aldrich Potgieter, another guy, or Potgieter. I don't know. Another guy who's typically very long, but he's putting the ball suddenly. He's picked up putting strokes in a handful of tournaments lately, which is huge because that hasn't always been the case. So we know he can drive the snot out of the ball. His approach game has been decent. If he finds a putter, I have him 80-1, 3 places. Couple other bombs on the card here. I won't get into all of it. My article is up at Betting News, and I have some really fun long shots, like straight up pizza money stuff here. But these are the kind of tournaments where you can dabble with those degenerative 150-1, placement bets, where it's kind of wide open when course conditions are easy. All of these guys are uber talented and better than you or I. So I'll drop the link in the chat here instead of wasting everyone's time. It's a pretty good read. Thanks for bearing with me. And let's go Jackson Koiven.
I love it, man. And yeah, you were throwing out plenty of outright numbers as well, but people, the top 10 finish, the top 20 finish, all very, very appealing numbers for Koiven. I'm seeing top 10 at plus 240 for that guy, top 20 plus 120 still there, even plus 430 if you wanted him top 5, all those numbers, including ties as well. Even Ben Griffin, tournament favorite, plus 320 to be in the top 5. So if you didn't want a complete outright number, those are appealing. 22, 45, 80-1. Those finishing position numbers, very, very appealing and a good alternative as well. Man, I like what you're saying. And I'm going to have to dabble in one of these guys. Maybe a little Koiven, maybe a little Griffin. I am seeing actually a double chance with Ben Griffin and Koiven at plus 850, either of them to win this tournament. So I like it, man. What other tips and tricks regarding this tournament specifically? I know you were looking at the approach shots. Is that just due to the course, or is that something you kind of look at for every single tournament?
That sticks the most, I think.
Okay.
so it's kind of the most predictive in my opinion. Putting is always a hot topic of conversation, and it does come and go, and it's volatile. So, for this tournament, it's kind of like if you can get a good price on a guy 40 to 50 to 60 to 1, who is great with his irons, but his putting is pretty volatile, you kind of want to take that chance on a good spike putting week. A guy like Doug Gim did not make my card this week, and he is money with his irons. Can't putt to save his life. He can't. But at those odds, you can do a lot worse depending on how you construct your card. My card's a little wider this week than I like to keep it like under 6 picks usually, but the odds are generally so nice. I like to spread it out a little bit on such a scoreable course here. A couple other guys I didn't mention, so definitely check out the article. And let's find a winner. I've had so many guys in the top 5 and top 10 the last couple of weeks, but that's the name of the game, and you're betting on these guys at like 50 to 1 for good reason. So
exactly.
Yeah. But what other sport? The beautiful thing is, what other sport can you back someone at that number and feel reasonably like you have a shot? Right.
Yeah, exactly. No, that's golf betting, ladies and gentlemen. And this guy clearly knows his stuff. I will be tailing some of those picks. I'll be checking out the article at bettingnews.com. Again, those outright numbers, very, very playable for those guys for finishing positions as well. But that's some great insight, Justin. Anything else you want to share with the kiddos today? Baseball, golf, football, basketball, whatever it may be.
I will just be watching my 76ers doing nothing inspiring. I thought it was just a little brother moment to the Celtics when the Celtics paid up and got Mitchell Robinson, and the Sixers got Mr. Ariel Huckford. Robinson's back up, who is just a Dembona 2.0. So just in every way imaginable, just another kick to the groin as a 76ers fan on a freaking July hot summer day. But no, I'm tuned into the NBA news. I love that we have some hoop heads here. It's cool to talk some basketball. And I was on the PM show yesterday. I know exactly how to get our guy Vsauce riled up now. I just have to drop some Jaylen Brown slander. And as a Sixers fan here, I'm sure we will have some fun throughout the upcoming months.
I love it, man. Man hasn't been a part of the team too long, but he's already pressing the buttons of our lovely Vsauce.
Not yet. I know the buttons to press though. But.
There you go. Wait till the season starts, maybe. And then get that guy riled up. So, I love it, Justin. Love having you on here. Love having you as part of the team here at Betting News. All kinds of good stuff from this guy at bettingnews.com and beyond. So check out all of his stuff, whether it's golf, baseball, football, basketball. He's got it all. Mr. Justin Carlucci at the J Carlucci on X. Give that man a follow. Justin, appreciate you, sir. As always, enjoy the rest of your Wednesday.
Yes, sir. Have a great day, guys, and let's go USA tonight. Let's get it done.
Go USA. You said it, man. Oh, big match tonight. I got faith in us. I got faith. I kind of got a ticket that says the opposite, but I will be cheering for the U.S. I'm okay with losing that ticket.
You're going to kick me out on that note? You have a ticket that says the opposite? I got to hang around and hear this ticket.
Look, it was a bad number. Pre-tournament, I bet the U.S. to be eliminated in the round of 32. So I'm holding that ticket right now at plus 170. Bosnia to advance is like plus 355 or longer. So I got a terrible number. I'm already counting it as a loser, and my patriotism is coming out. I sure hope it loses. I hope I'm 1 unit less richer tonight, and the U.S. moves on to the round of 16. So.
I pulled a Jordan Spieth. This is after I bet against my favorite baseball team today, and then I called you out on. I mean, then again, betting against America is just kind of a different magnitude as betting against my stinking.
Yeah, fair.
I will backpedal, as we may see Jordan Spieth also do sooner than later. So anyway, good luck, and I'll talk to you guys later. Thanks.
Appreciate you, Justin. Thanks for coming on, man. Great having that guy on the morning spread. Plenty of insight into the diamond today. That Tigers game, starting here in a little bit. So be sure to lock that in. Tigers first 5 money line getting started in less than an hour up at Yankee Stadium. All right, folks, great insight on the John Deere Classic as well. Like I said, I will be tapping in to a few of those players. I'm probably not going to do the outright like he was, but I'll be tapping into some finishing positions for plus money for some of those guys mentioned. Mexico did look amazing last night, Austin. Thankfully, they came home from the kids. But we've got more matches today that we've got to chat about. I will be live with my good friend Betting the Pitch on 90 Minutes to Glory at 3 o'clock Central, 4 o'clock Eastern, right when that Belgium-Senegal game kicks off. So we'll be sweating out the first half with all you and talking about the U.S. and Bosnia going head-to-head later today. But for right now, let's get into that Belgium-Senegal match that is happening later this afternoon somewhere in this country. I completely spaced on where it may be, but it's up in Seattle at Lumen Field. Belgium and Senegal going head-to-head today. Belgium a slight favorite, still a plus sign next to them on the money line. And to be honest, I'm not really sure why, because I like the Senegal team a whole lot better. Not only overall, but definitely what I've seen in this tournament. Looking at Belgium and what they had to do, drawing with both Egypt and Iran in their opening matches, could not get a win. And then you beat up on New Zealand to pump up the goal differential, win the group like we all expected you to do. But that was against New Zealand. All right. Belgium faced Egypt, Iran, and New Zealand. None of those teams really moving the needle for me as Congo hits the post, almost took a 2-goal lead. Senegal, on the other hand, had to face France, had to face Norway. I'm not going to pretend that Iraq qualifies like those other two teams, but I think the Senegal team is more battle-tested. I think they're much better defensively than this Belgian side. And with Belgium, we talked about it yesterday with Betting the Pitch on 90 Minutes to Glory. There's so many question marks surrounding this team. They're getting up there in age. You don't really know what kind of Lukaku you're going to get, and I don't really have faith in this Belgian back line. Now, Senegal likely going to keep this a lower scoring match, which is why I will be tapped into Senegal on the double chance line. Senegal plus a half at minus 135. A little juicy here, a little juicier than I would like for this wager. But I also found Senegal double chance at minus 110. Now that bet included extra time. This minus 135 number is for a 90-minute wager. All we need is for Senegal to win or force extra time in regulation, and we'll be sitting pretty. I don't hate the minus 110 on the double chance, which includes extra time if you'd like to play it this way. I don't hate Senegal to advance at around plus 150. I'm all in on Senegal in this match today. Again, think they are the more battle-tested team after having to face offenses like France and Norway's in the group stage. Belgium wasn't really tested. So this is going to be the toughest team Belgium has faced in this tournament. Think it's going to be a bit of a rude awakening. And again, I really like what I've seen from Senegal. They really turned it on against Iraq, scoring 5 goals in order to advance to the round of 32, help themselves on goal differential there, get to this position, and I think they take advantage. So give me Senegal on the double chance line, minus 135 for the 90-minute wager. Don't hate the minus 110 for the full 120 minutes if Senegal does go into extra time. But I'm all over Senegal today. As an American fan, I'm kind of hoping Belgium wins because I do think they're going to be an easier round of 16 matchup because, again, the winner of this match will take on the winner of U.S. and Bosnia in the round of 16. Which brings us to that match, the United States and Bosnia going head-to-head out in Santa Clara today at Levi's Stadium. The U.S. is a very heavy favorite in this match. Now, I actually will have a full article out for this game specifically. I do have my best bets piece out at bettingnews.com already, and I'll be telling you what I like. I like the under. I like the under. The United States and Bosnia under 2.5 is actually what I went with for plus money. Now, as you can see, we are hanging the 3 at minus 128. Not a whole lot of juice to pay for that flat number with some push potential, but I'll take the plus sign for the under 2.5 here. Bosnia is going to keep this a very defensive game, right? They played very tight defensively against Canada and Switzerland. Both of those matches or they held both of those teams scoreless through about 70 minutes of play. I think they're going to park the bus today against this United States offense. Bosnia is outmatched on the attack. They know how good this American offense has been so far in this tournament. So I think Bosnia kind of sits back, relaxes, and we're probably going to see a 1-1 draw, if I had to guess, after 90 minutes. Maybe a 1-0 American victory, but I really don't see either team scoring multiple goals in 90 minutes of this match. Under 2.5 is what I like for me. Apparently, there should have been an England PK that did not get called. I'll be looking into that here after this show. But Bosnia, USA, we're going to go under 2.5. Again, I'll be rooting for America. I am holding a ticket, emotional hedge, for the U.S. to be eliminated here at plus 170. Again, terrible number there, but I am sitting with that ticket in my back pocket, so I'll kind of be happy either way. But we're rooting for the USA to move on and face either Belgium or Senegal in the round of 16. Those are the two matches today. Definitely should have been a PK. All right, I'm sure that's making its way around the timeline. Then I'll be having to find that here in a second. But I have one more bet to share with you all today, and I'm going to talk to Mr. Betting the Pitch about this as well, get his opinions on it. I have dabbled in the Golden Boot market, and I already have 4 futures in the Golden Boot market, but none of them really looking too good right now. Let me type this up real quick for you. The 4 Golden Boot guys I'm holding right now: Harry Kane, Cristiano Ronaldo, Mikel Oyarzabal, and Ousmane Dembele. Now, Dembele is kind of the best of those 4 right now. I have him at 33-1. He is priced right now at 20-1, and he has 4 goals through 4 games for Spain. Now, we know he's going to be competing with Kylian Mbappe for goals, but for a long shot, we'll be rooting for Dembele to keep the scoring going. But there's a guy who I think is being undervalued, to be quite honest with you, and I actually snagged what looks like a great number because the number I got is long gone. But I took Lionel Messi to win the Golden Boot last night at plus 175. Best I'm seeing right now is plus 145. I still think that's a go. Now, looking at the Golden Boot market, all right, if there is a tiebreaker, the first tiebreaker is most assists. The second tiebreaker is least amount of minutes played. Now, as it stands right now, Kylian Mbappe and Messi both have 6 goals through this tournament. They're tied right now, leading the Golden Boot market. Mbappe has the nod on assists, as he has 2 assists. Messi does not have any, but Messi does have the nod on least amount of minutes played. So if Messi can maybe get a couple assists, stay tied with Mbappe in goals, we have a shot at it. But I think Messi is going to end up scoring more goals. Here is my thinking. For starters, Messi has 1 more match in hand. Kylian Mbappe and even the other guys near the top of this list, Erling Haaland with 5, Vini Jr. with 4, Ousmane Dembele with 4 goals. All of those guys have already played a round of 32 match. Messi still gets to play 1 extra match, more chances to score goals. It's point number 1. Point number 2, Messi and Argentina are arguably on the easier side of the bracket. France is going to have to play Paraguay in the round of 16, likely Morocco in the quarterfinals, and likely Spain to reach the final match. Argentina gets to play Cape Verde, gets to play probably in Egypt, and then they're playing Colombia and Brazil. Feel free to debate, but I think Argentina faces the much weaker defenses. Now, looking at the round of 32 and the round of 16 games specifically, Messi and Argentina play Cape Verde, who allowed an average of 2.21 expected goals to Spain and Uruguay. After that, they're going to face an Egypt side that allowed 1.52 expected goals on average in their 3 group stage matches. Those are 2 matches where Messi could have 3 or 4 more goals by himself and really propel himself to the top of this leaderboard before the quarterfinals even begin, before he even sees some quote-unquote real competition. Mbappe and France, they face Paraguay in the round of 16. We just saw how good this Paraguayan defense can be. Yes, they allowed way too many goals against the United States in the first half of their first match. Since then, they've turned it on, held their own, held Australia scoreless, held Turkey scoreless, held Germany to just 1 goal in 120 minutes of play. Messi is also the clear goal scorer for this Argentinian team. France has way too many attackers that could vulture goals from Mbappe. So at plus 175, I had to take a stab at Messi to win this award. Again, it is down to plus 145 now. I still think that's playable. I still think that's a good number. Messi was minus 105 going into the round of 32. We saw Mbappe have a couple of goals to tie things up. But again, Messi has that extra match in his back pocket to be able to put a couple more in the back of the net. I think he does that. I think Argentina rolls to the World Cup final. So I'm not worried about Argentina being knocked out early and Messi not being able to fulfill all these games. France, however, I think is a different story, being on the much tougher side of the bracket. Even if Argentina has some trouble against Colombia or Brazil, both of those matches I see being shootouts. I don't think the Colombian defense or the Brazilian defense are going to be able to contain this Argentinian attack. So I like Messi. Plus 175, took a stab at his golden boot. And it's probably going to be a two-horse race, people. Because you look at these odds, you've got Mbappe at plus 105. You got Messi anywhere from plus 125 to plus 145. And then you got Haaland at 14-1. Harry Kane at 18-1. Ousmane Dembele at 20-1. So based on what the books are telling us, it's going to be a two-horse race with Messi and Mbappe tied on goals right now, but Messi having the easier side of the bracket, having one extra match to play. I think Messi is the right side here. And I had to get involved because I'm counting my other 4 Golden Boot tickets all as losers. Messi winning would make up for it. We win a full unit on this plus 175. So I will either be down plenty or Messi is going to help me recover some of the losses there. So I did write about that at bettingnews.com, so you can peep those scribbles there. But Messi to win the Golden Boot at plus 175 is what I'm liking. And that pretty much wraps up all I have for you today. Like I said, Mr. Betting the Pitch and I, we will be live at 3 o'clock Central, 4 o'clock Eastern right here on this channel for 90 Minutes to Glory, talking all things World Cup. We'll be sweating out that first half of Belgium and Senegal, as well as cooking things up in that USA game. Probably got a same game parlay coming for you in that USA-Bosnia match. Now, that's about all I got. Mr. Alex, should we do some history, or is there anything else I need to do?
Yes.
Yes? Yes. That was just the yes. All right.
All right. What are the Lakers cooking up? They got Walker Kessler.
Right.
They got Quentin Grimes.
Okay.
They got Sandro Mamukelashvili.
Yep, I saw that actually.
And they got Colin Sexton.
They got Sexton too. Wow.
All in the span of 35 minutes.
And, I mean, Luka's still on the team.
Luka's on the team. AR-15's on the team.
Yeah, they just signed Austin Reeves to a ridiculous contract. Rui Hachimura.
Rui is still a free agent.
Okay. So may or may not be coming back.
I don't see him going anywhere. They got Ayton.
Ayton's coming back, like you said.
What are they cooking?
I don't know. Life after LeBron, I guess. I mean, it almost seems like it's like that scene in Moneyball where you're trying to replace one guy with like 4 different players, you know? Like all right, we're losing LeBron. He was putting up however many points, boards, rebounds, whatever per game. Mm-hmm. Let's just get 4 or 5 lesser guys to make up for that. So, I mean, you're more tapped into the NBA than I am, but I would think this is just a big haul to prepare for life after LeBron, because LeBron already said he's moving on.
Yeah, this is going to be interesting. They also got Jared Vanderbilt still somehow.
Okay.
And, I mean, we can't forget, LeSperm is still on the team.
That one's not really moving the needle for me, to be honest.
Hey. Papa's the GOAT. Okay. Who knows what's in that kid's future?
You can't deny that. Can't deny that. Austin, I don't know how I feel about the Lakers. Yeah. Well,
I don't know what they're cooking, but Rob is cooking.
NBA free agency, man. Very, very entertaining. Let me tell you.
He could be cooking up a 4-course meal, or he could be cooking up, a burnt
PB&J. JJ Redick sous chefing on the side there for him.
Dude, imagine if JJ comes back. Imagine if Coach just opts in to play. Nah. I'm just messing with
you. You know what? Get me on the court, actually. I
they're
can shoot
getting
threes better than these guys.
So, all right, let's play some geo history.
Yeah, let's do some history. Then we'll send these guys on their way because we'll be back in 3 hours. Paul Revere began his famous midnight ride from the city in 1775 to warn that British troops were coming. I hate that I don't know this right off the rip, but isn't it Boston?
You're a history major. Yeah, it's
Boston. I know. Yeah, it's Boston. Okay, thank you. I was having Philadelphia thoughts for a second, but that doesn't make sense because he saw the ships come in, blah, blah, blah. There we go. All right,
you might want to turn on that.
Yeah, no, I also noticed that as well. We're going to click that button so we don't have any stray clicks. Moving on. Walt Disney opened the first Disneyland park in 1955 in this city, creating a new kind of family destination.
I've been here.
Is that Orlando?
It's in Anaheim.
Oh, was the first one in Anaheim?
Yep.
Okay.
Was in Anaheim.
Oh yeah, Disneyland in Anaheim, Disney World in Florida. Is that how it goes?
Yeah, and
Anaheim,
exactly where that is, I'm not sure, but I'm know
pretty
it's Anaheim.
Sure it's like kind of southern LA.
Yeah.
I don't know if I need to go more south because there's San Diego.
Yeah.
I mean, we'll go with there.
Rip it. I like that. That looks like something that would be on my snap maps.
Yeah, 5 miles off, baby. 5 miles off, ladies and gentlemen. We're on the board. 2 perfect questions down, 3 more to go. Christ the Redeemer was completed in 1931 and now overlooks this city from Mount Corcovado.
Sounds good to me.
Is this
the
big
little
ass
blue
statue
birds
in Brazil?
Yeah, the little blue birds looks over Rio.
I was gonna say, okay. All right, where was Rio?
You got 2 cities.
This guy.
There.
It's this guy because it's that one. Yeah. Yeah. Now, do we need to go outside the city a little bit? Because it's not just downtown, right?
Because
it's on a mount.
Let's get more in the center of that city there.
So like there.
Yeah. Just making sure.
You sure it's not like out here? Like, because this guy looks like Mount Corcovado, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Should we just go right on the edge?
Yeah, that's cool. I mean, it'd still be 100 where we were at, but
you think so? I don't know. Rio's big. 99.
Huh.
I moved us in the wrong direction.
Huh. See, that's interesting.
Yeah, hold on. Where is this mountain? This mountain is I didn't trust Alex. That's what happened there. There.
Either one of our earlier placements would have gotten us 100.
I should have trusted you with the little blue birds. How could I forget Rio? The Oktoberfest celebration began in 1810 as a royal wedding festival in this city.
Are we just in a Munich here?
I was gonna say this has got to be.
Or are we
Munich?
In some other German city?
I was gonna guess Munich or Berlin.
Yeah.
Because Berlin's up here. I believe that's Munich, or is Munich further south?
I mean, that looks like a big metropolitan area.
Yeah, I kind of think that's Munich. We'll go with it.
I really want to take a trip there. That would be dope.
Munich would be awesome.
Oh, we were further south.
It was Munich. We were at the wrong location. Note to self. Munich right there. Very southern Germany, apparently.
Yeah, geez.
But Oktoberfest began here in 1810. Last question. The Black Death entered Europe in 1347 when plague ships arrived at this port city.
Is it safe to say we're on the coast of a various nation?
Which various nation are you referring to?
It could be a lot of them.
Oh, well, yes. I would think Port City, probably on the coast. I think that's safe.
Yeah.
Now, if I remember correctly, the Black Death came from England to Europe, as opposed to vice versa. So, part of me thinks it's somewhere on this coastline.
Oh, like a Normandy type thing.
Kinda, yeah. Yeah. I mean, that guy looks like a port city.
A couple other things happened at Normandy too, about 600 years later.
Good math. Good math. I kind of like this guess. I don't know how you feel about it.
I'll trust you that it came from, England to mainland Europe.
I think. We're going to see if I'm right. Nope, I was not right. I was not right.
It happened.
Oh, the Black Death. It came from the Black Sea. Should have known that. Authorities reportedly expelled the ships, but the disease had already begun spreading through Sicily and then into mainland Europe. Pandemic killed tens of millions across Europe, caused by some bacteria. There you have it.
Yeah, the context clues were there.
They were.
But I mean, if I'm going to school, I'm still taking a B plus.
89,
right?
89 all day. 89 all day. Absolutely.
I mean, it's like that really smart kid who usually gets 95s.
Yeah.
Who gets an 89 and they're like, dang it. That's
exactly. Us. That's us.
Yeah.
That's us. But nothing really to be ashamed about. 89 gets the job done for sure.
That was fun.
All right, folks. Well, that has been the Wednesday edition of the Morning Spread, episode 85, right here on the BNN. Appreciate you guys tuning in. As always, we'll see you in 3 short hours. Myself, Mr. Bisney, that way, and Mr. Betting the Pitch will be live right here on 90 Minutes to Glory, talking all things USA Bosnia.
Oh, yeah.
And everything else we're going to talk. He's going to be – I have not told him that I took Messi Golden Boot. He's going to be mad because I know he's on Mbappe. And now it's like a 2-horse race, and we're just going to be rooting against each other. So, BTP, looking forward to debating you. Yeah, that will. That will be fun. And I'm going to need you to tell me why he's wrong and I'm right. Please and thank you.
I'll be the mediator / instigator.
Right. Yeah, there we go. Exactly.
So
both of those roles. We need both of them. So
yeah, that's fine.
All right, folks. We'll see you in 3 hours for 2 more hours of content. 90 Minutes to Glory. Is that no? We got afternoon espresso today.
Yeah, we do. After,
of course. Oh, it was off the bump that was crossed out. So 90 Minutes to Glory.
Fairway
at 3 o'clock Central.
That's okay.
I'm looking at Thursday. Then you're right.
It's okay.
Yeah. A lot going on up there. A lot going on up there. Just hold my hand, talk me through it. Tell me I'm pretty. Tell me I'm doing a good job. All right. 3 hours, folks. See you guys live on this channel. 90 Minutes to Glory, followed by Afternoon Espresso. 2 more hours of content coming your way. We will see you guys then. Enjoy the rest of your Wednesday afternoon and see you this evening. Adios.
What you know about rolling down in the deep? Down in the deep. Now I know y'all be loving this shit right here. Rolling. What you gonna do? Rolling. What you gonna do? Down in the rolling. What you gonna do? Right, y'all be loving this shit. What you know about